All right, race fans, let's talk about Thursday as we kicked off our big Delaware Handicap Week, big monster weekend coming up for you this Saturday and Sunday. 10 races both days, Saturday and Sunday. 3 stake races on Saturday, 3 stake races on Sunday. So looking forward to a huge weekend of racing here at Delaware Park. But let's talk about Thursday first. We were off the turf. The main track was sloppy all afternoon. Let's get right to the racing action. Race 1 would kick off the popular early pick 5. They bet over 53,000 into the early pick 5 on Thursday. Race 1, we're going 6 furlongs on the sloppy going. Maiden claiming 25,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's go to the voice of Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with the call of Thursday's opener.
Away and running. Good speed in the center for Opportune Notion. Right next door to that one is Unforgettable Lord, and Made from Leona is right there too. Overspent is a rain shaken fourth, and up the inside, Winning Trip is last of all. So Made from Leona deep on the track has a nose in front, and Unforgettable Lord is right there too. Opportune Notion probes up the inside, and Overspent is now advancing nicely, but is 5 paths steep, and Winning Trip still last of all. 3.5 furlongs to go. Made from Leona bracketed by every side. Opportune Notion comes up the inside and put a nose in front, and Overspent looms large on the far outside. Winning Trip has now captured fourth, and Unforgettable Lord calls it a day. Here's the quarter pole. Made from Leona continues to be scrubbed upon to hold that lead. Overspent is deep on the track but continues to charge as they spin off the turn and race for home, and the yellow cap of Opportune Notion is right there too. Winning Trip is mounting a bid nicely on the far outside, and here comes Winning Trip living up to the name. Winning Trip overhauls all the speed at 4-1. The third choice on the betting board. Winning Trip has scored the winning run. Overspent was second, Made from Leona third, and Opportune Notion was fourth.
Nice come from behind score there for Winning Trip, the 3-year-old gelding. First time gelding today by Win. He breaks his maiden in his 8th career start for owner Robert S. Vukovic and new trainer Michael Gorham. Matty Rowland with a nice ride there on Winning Trip, who went off 4-1 and paid $10.20 to break his maiden. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 would kick off the early pick 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 10,000 for filly mares 3 and up. Let's check out the action here from race 2.
Away and running. Good speed for the gray, Chipotle Pepper. R. Avery Lynn is also tapped for some early speed, and Bold Baby protects that inside position. Shining Spirit come away in that 4th place spot, and Bella Prima rides the fence to 5th, and Divine Romance the last one in and the last one away. So R. Avery Lynn, she struts her stuff to a neck lead, but had to work hard to get that lead, and Chipotle Pepper is going to stick with her every step of the way. There's another 4 lengths back to Shining Spirit deep on the track, advancing into 3rd. Bold Baby comes under a ride, not responding. Divine Romance picked off 1, and Bella Prima stays parked at the paint. So we go towards the quarter pole, and here's a 3-wide challenge coming from Shining Spirit to take the fight to R. Avery Lynn and Chipotle Pepper. Heads turn for home, and Shining Spirit has all of this glorious momentum, and Shining Spirit hits the lead. R. Avery Lynn has no more to give. Chipotle Pepper silently drops away. Bella Prima is going to crack the top 3. Divine Romance is closing in late, but Shining Spirit at 7-1 is nicely clear. Shining Spirit has won it. R. Avery Lynn was second, and there's a show photo between Bella Prima and Divine Romance.
Winner Shining Spirit, second off the claim for Kravitz, and the 4-year-old daughter of More Spirit picks up her 4th lifetime win. Nice ride there, Alexander Crispin on Shining Spirit, who paid $16.40 to win race 2. Let's turn the page here. Race 3 would start a pick 5. We're going a mile 70 yards, claiming 30,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's see what happens here in race 3.
Away and running. Good speed one from the inside from Peruvian Lucky. 10 gauge is up against the rail, and Socially Awkward's right there too. Ardenwood gets closer to the top trio, and First Glimpse is going to be caught 3 paths deep. Steiner is second last, and Aerospeed is last of all. So around the first turn they go. Socially Awkward's at the head of the group and shows the way 3/4 of a length, but First Glimpse is right there, shadowing the speed in second, and 10 gauge stays towards that sloppy main track in third. Peruvian Lucky is 3 paths deep, passing the 6 furlong stick, and there's still 2 lengths down to Ardenwood, who's climbing hard. Deep on the track is Steiner, and Aerospeed is ground saving in last. They race down to the 5, and Socially Awkward continues to show the way. Bet down to 7-2 at last glance, shows the way by 3/4 of a length. First Glimpse is right there, continuing to hound the speed in second. Coming under a little bit of a loose rein is 10 gauge in that third place position. Aerospeed starts to pick it up nicely. Peruvian Lucky's 3 paths deep. Ardenwood's 4 wide, and Steiner's out in no man's land. They embrace the far turn, and the rail is wide open for 10 gauge if good enough, and Aerospeed sticks with that rival too. The plot starts to thicken with 5/16 to go. 10 gauge scrapes the paint. Socially Awkward tries to counter in second. First Glimpse is slowly giving way in third, and behind them is Aerospeed as they turn to the top of the stretch. Socially Awkward's running a tough race today, but 10 gauge has the rail momentum. Homeward bound now, and 10 gauge kicks away by 1. Battling back is Socially Awkward. First Glimpse not going down without a fight, but Aerospeed has all the inside momentum inside the 16th pole. Here comes Aerospeed to 10 gauge. 10 gauge holding. 10 gauge got it by a neck. First Glimpse was second, Aerospeed was third, and Socially Awkward was fourth.
10 gauge, the 6-year-old son of Gunrunner, picks up his 5th lifetime win. He's now made close to $400,000 in career earnings. He wins for Burns Thoroughbred Racing and trainer Daniel Velasquez. Nice ride there by jockey Adam Bowman. 10 gauge paid $7.20 to win race 3. Let's take a look here at race 4. Race 4 would start off the middle pick 5. We had a nice little carryover of over 2,900 for this pick 5 starting race 4. It's off the turf, going a flat mile on a sloppy track. It's scratched down to a 3-horse field. Only the 6, 8, and 9 run here in race 4. Let's check out the action here from the 4th.
Away and running. Kravitz broke a length slow. Good speed on the inside from Dorian today. GQ Worthy is right there too, who usually closes from off the pace. And that leaves Kravitz at the back of the pack. Around the sloppy first turn they go. They're in program order, and Dorian in the Godolphin Blue shows the way by only a half a length. GQ Worthy right there under a very tight hold in that second place position. And 2 lengths down from the dueling top pair is Kravitz at the back of the pack. So they try to slow this down at the 5.5 furlong point, and Dorian is clinging on to a nose advantage with the opening quarter 24.43 seconds, and GQ Worthy is right there passing the 5 furlong stick, only a neck away in second, and a length and a half down from that pair is Kravitz. So there's been no change just yet, and Dorian continues to show the way. GQ Worthy right there, just a statuesque ride at this point in the half mile time of 48.40 seconds, and Kravitz gets a couple of niggles to stay on the speed. They get ready to turn again, and there's the long stride of GQ Worthy, who takes the lead with about 5/16 of a mile to go. Dorian desperately trying to stick with this rival in second, and now still in third is Kravitz as they get ready to approach the quarter pole. So it's still GQ Worthy holding on by 1. Dorian is trying to desperately find a second win in second, 3/4 and a hassle-free, 1:14.26 seconds. GQ Worthy still in front by a length and a half. Dorian is running a big effort, and so is Kravitz on the far outside, but GQ Worthy now stretches those legs inside the final 16th of a mile, and at 2-5, GQ Worthy has won it. Kravitz got up for second, and Dorian weakened to third.
GQ Worthy had been second or third coming into today's race, and he puts it all together in his 6th lifetime start. He breaks his maiden for Men's Grill Racing and trainer Jerry Robb. Nice ride there. Jockey Danny Centeno. GQ Worthy, the 2-year-old colt by Bo Liam, went off at 2-5 and paid $2.80. He had blinkers on for the first time today, so that certainly was the winning move for GQ Worthy, who breaks his maiden there in race 4. Let's turn the page here. Race 5 would kick off the late pick 5. We're going a flat mile on the sloppy going. Maiden claiming 12,500 for 2-year-old fillies. Let's see what happens here in race 5.
Away and running. Good speed today from Elusive Siona. On debut, Relly's Cruiser is right there too, and Flying Phoebe wants a piece of that front-running action, and Flying Perfection is 5 paths deep, and Knowledge is Good gets some hot pace to chase. So Relly's Cruiser makes a break for it as a 6-furlong sprint going over a 1-mile distance and shows the way by a length and a half. But Flying Perfection is on the prowl in that second place spot, and Elusive Siona is right there under a very tight hold in that third place position as they try to relax the pace now past the 5.5. Flying Phoebe is well off the fence, and Knowledge is Good is still last of the 5. They have 5 furlongs to go, and Relly's Cruiser is now relaxed on the front end, but had to work hard to get the initial lead. Only a half length down from that one is Flying Perfection a stalking second, and Elusive Siona 3-5 at last glance looms large on the far outside. Knowledge is Good is picked off one, and Flying Phoebe's last of all. So now around the turn, Elusive Siona can wait no more, and just like that, she takes the lead and kicks for home. Relly's Cruiser needs to dig deep and find more. Flying Perfection puts the cue in the rack. Knowledge is Good might pick off second, and a distant last is Flying Phoebe. But here's the quarter pole for Elusive Siona, trying to make a dazzling first impression and leads by 7. Knowledge is Good is now picked off second, and up the inside is Relly's Cruiser as they turn for home. Elusive Siona has built up a 4-length lead. Knowledge is Good has every chance to run her down inside the final 200 yards. Elusive Siona clinging on by 2. Knowledge is Good is getting closer, but so is the finish. Elusive Siona still holding on with yards to go. Elusive Siona, the favorite, got it done by a dwindling length and 3/4 over Knowledge is Good, Relly's Cruiser, and Flying Perfection.
Elusive Siona wins on debut from the Gary Capuano barn. 2-year-old filly by Long River was ready to roll for her debut assignment. She wins for owner John Hazard. Elusive Siona, a filly by Long River, went off at 3-5 and paid $3.40. Nice ride there from the 5-pound apprentice Yetsit Hazelwood on Elusive Siona, a big winner there in race 5. If you hit the early pick 5, congratulations. Early pick 5, it paid well. We had a couple short price favorites win, but still the early pick 5 on Thursday paid $792.10. Congratulations if you had that. Let's take a look here at race 6 to kick off the late pick 4. We're going a flat mile, claiming 5,000 for filly and mares 3 and up. Let's see what happens here in race 6.
Away and running. Good start. Speed from Far Heart, who drew the rail. Maddie 10 is right there too, and Lady Arwen is mixing it up from that 4-path. Viking Queen smartly gets over to the inside, and Honor of the Truth has one beaten, and Turbo Millie got a lot of mud in her face as they round this first turn. 6.5 furlongs to go, and Far Heart's the point and shows the way 3/4 of a length. Maddie 10 is right there trying to eyeball the speed in that second place position and gets closer too, and Lady Arwen is under a very cozy hold in that third place position. A length down from that one is Viking Queen, who saves a lot of ground, and there's quite a gap back to Honor the Truth, and 3 lengths down from that one is Turbo Millie. So a good battle brews up top between Maddie 10 and Far Heart. These two ladies are more or less in step down to the 4 furlong peg and shows the way by a length and a half. And Lady Arwen is trying to size up the both of them without being asked. Viking Queen continues to rattle up the rail. Nothing yet from Honor the Truth, and Turbo Millie not liking the kickback with 3 furlongs to go. Maddie 10 kicks for the money, but Lady Arwen is right there hot on the chase. Far Heart got a reminder, it has no more to give. Viking Queen claims 3rd, and a distant 5th is Honor the Truth. Here's the quarter pole for Maddie 10. The 4th choice on the board is slipping away from the opposition. Lady Arwen had no response at the top of the stretch. Trying to close in is Viking Queen, and here they come. Maddie 10 is holding on by 3. Viking Queen trying to take a chunk out of that lead, and here she comes. Viking Queen is charging at Maddie 10. Maddie 10 holding on by 1. Viking Queen closing ground, but the finish line loomed, and Maddie 10 was first. Viking Queen was second. Getting up for 3rd was Honor the Truth, and Lady Arwen was 4th.
Maddie 10 gives jockey Alexander Crispin his second win of the day. The 4-year-old filly by Matoli picks up her 5th lifetime win. She wins second off the claim for the Mike Simone barn. Maddie 10 went off 9-2 and paid $11.80 to win race 6. Let's take a look here at race 7 to kick off the final pick 3 of the day. We're going 6 furlongs, maiden claiming $45,000 for maiden 2-year-olds. Let's see what happens here in race 7.
Away and running. Very awkward start for Rudy Ronfail. Coloma is showing good early toe exiting the chute. Ragin' Cajun is right there too. Work hard, play hard, stays towards the inside, and Very Volatile now lands second. Deep on the track comes Mickey Mack. Near the backfield, Tis the Great pops off the rail. Work hard, play hard now relegated to second last. And Rudy Ronfail is at the back of the pack, so a good battle up top. And up the inside, Coloma just with a nose in front. Very Volatile tries to take that position away. And these two now scamper clear in front of Tis the Great, who is closing in with each and every stride. Ragin' Cajun stays at that rail. Work hard, play hard is trying to pick off one, and the quarter pole is in sight for Very Volatile, who takes a confident look back. Coloma's trying to re-rally up the inside, and Tis the Great is 3 lengths down, and closing in is Ragin' Cajun as they turn for home. Coloma comes rolling off the turn and is kicked away by one. Very Volatile has no winning response. Tis the Great is closing in a great big way, and so is Ragin' Cajun. 100 yards ago. Coloma's almost home. Tis the Great loomed and flattened. Here comes Rudy Ronfail. Coloma's got it, and Coloma wins. Second went to Ragin' Cajun. Third goes to Work Hard, Play Hard, and Rudy Ronfail was fourth.
Coloma, the 2-year-old gelding by Divining Rod, breaks his maiden in his 4th lifetime start. He wins for breeder and owners. The Bentleys of Runnymore Racing and trainer Cal Lynch. Nice ride there. Angel Cruz. Coloma went off at 5-2 and paid $7 to win race 7. If you played the pick 5 that started race 3 and ended with race 7, that pick 5 paid $264.60. Let's see what happens here in race 8. Race 8 kicks off the late daily double. We're going a flat mile, 50,000 starter allowance contest here in race 8 for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's check out the action from the 8th.
Away and running. Good speed for Blue Kingdom today. Hey Big Un is also applying that moderate pace pressure at the 7.5. And Roll On Jesse came away in third. Sacred Thunder is very wide off that sloppy rail. And Mutabir is last of all. So a well-stretched outfield sees Blue Kingdom with a nice and easy lead. Leads by 1.5 lengths. Chasing in second is Hey Big Un. And getting closer to the top 2 is Sacred Thunder, wide and out of trouble. Roll On Jesse kayaks up that rail in fourth. And still last of all is Mutabir. 5.5 furlongs to go. And Blue Kingdom, one of 2 favorites up top, shows the way by 3/4 of a length, but Hey Big Un is right there ready to take a crack at this leader, but the leader's having none of that just yet. Sacred Thunder is going to be committed to a wide trip on both turns, 4 to 5 at last glance. Roll On Jesse is 6 lengths off the lead and another 2 to Mutabir, who starts to find his stride. 3.5 furlongs to go. Blue Kingdom controls the clock and leads by 1.5 lengths. Hey Big Un got a pop of the crop, not responding. Sacred Thunder costly on both turns with a very wide trip. A distant fourth is Roll On Jesse and nothing from Mutabir, but here's Blue Kingdom just running up the score, leads by 5. Sacred Thunder moves into second. Hey Big Un has no more to give. Roll On Jesse looking for a top 3 placement as they swing into the stretch, and Blue Kingdom has kicked for the money and has it on a saleable lead. Sacred Thunder is into second, and Roll On Jesse tries the battle for that check, but inside the final 100 yards, Blue Kingdom at even money was a decisive winner. Blue Kingdom just won by half a pole. Sacred Thunder was second, Roll On Jesse third, and Mutabir was fourth.
Big win for Blue Kingdom, the 4-year-old son of First Mondays, now a 4-time winner. He's made a bunch of money for DEA Thoroughbred Racing and trainer Jamie Nass, bred by the Bowman family in Maryland. Nice ride there. Jamie Rodriguez on Blue Kingdom, who went off at even money and paid $4 to win race 8. If you played the middle pick 5 that started race 4 and ended with race 8, That pick 5 paid $149.15. Congratulations if you had that, and congratulations to all the winning connections there of the good-looking 4-year-old Gray Gelding Blue Kingdom. Let's see what happens here in race 9 to wrap up the Thursday action. We're going a flat mile, claiming $7,500 for 3-year-old fillies or filly and mares 4 and up. Never won 3. Let's check out the action here from race 9.
Away and running. Nice start. Good speed today for Crosati. The gray Wicked Kitten is right there too, and Goat Tabia is also probing up the fence. Deep on the track is Alma Pura. Very wide is Kitty's Pretty, and the feisty one is over in the Paddock Grove. And For the Girls is last of all, so Wicked Kitten leads in the last of the day and shows the way by 3 open lanes. Crosati comes under a loose rein to stay in that second place position, and Alma Pura is deep on the track in 4th, and Cote Tubia protects the rail position. Now a gap of a length and a half back to the feisty one, who's had a very wide trip. Kitty's Pretty is second last, and For the Girls has some pace to chase. Midpoint of the backstretch, Wicked Kitten shows the way, and that lead is 4.5 open lanes. Crosati right there with no excuses as the second choice, and Cote Tabia now probes up the inside for a clear shot of the top 2. Alma Pure gets several reminders to stay on the speed. The feisty one's deep on the track. Kitty's Pretty rides that rail as the public's pick, and nothing today from For the Girls. Midpoint of the second turn, and Cote Tabia now surges up the inside to take the lead. Wicked Kitten needs the counter in second. Crosati coming under a heavy drive, and the feisty one is in that 4th place position as heads turn for home. At 4-1, Cote Tabia comes rolling off the turn with a 1-length lead. The feisty one has every chance to pick up the pieces late. Inside the furlong grounds, Cote Tabia's huffing and puffing, and the feisty one taking giant strides on the outside. Cote Tabia drifting out but still holding. The feisty one with one final desperate attempt. Cote Tabia's holding. Cote Tabia wins. The feisty one was second, Wicked Kitten was third, and Crosati was fourth.
Cote Tabia had a brief freshening this summertime and came back ready to roll for trainer Victor Barbosa Jr. Nice 4-year-old filly by Accelerate, now a 3-time winner from 5 starts. Good ride there. Gabe Maldonado. Cote Tabia went off at 4-1 and paid $10.40 to win race 9. If you played the late pick 5 that started race 5, congratulations. Late pick 5 paid $330.25. Let's get a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about Saturday's card, including the 3 big stake races we have for you this Saturday. We'll tell you about that right after this. All right, big 10 race card for you this Saturday. First race post time is 12:55. 12:55 first race post time this Saturday for our big 10 race card, highlighted by 3 stake races. Races 7, 8, and 9 are the features. Race 7 is the $150,000 Christiana Stakes for 3-year-old fillies, going a mile and an eighth on the turf. The morning line favored in the 10-horse field here for race 7, the Christiana. Morning line favorite is the 7, the Irish bred 3-year-old filly, Sigh No More, who's 7-2 morning line for trainer Brendan Walsh. This filly was a stakes winner on the turf this past June at Monmouth. The blinkers go on, 7-2. That's a good morning line price for the morning line favorite. There's some other nice ones in here as well. Miguel Clement has a horse in there. Brittany Russell has a nice horse in there. Jonathan Thomas has a nice 3-year-old filly in there. So some nice 3-year-old fillies in the Christiana. Morning line favored is the 7 Sign No More. Race 8 is the $150,000 Endine Stakes for filly and mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs on the main track. And the 2 Sunday Girl looks tough in there from the David Dugan barn. She's 3-2 morning line. The 3 Striker Has Dial is 8-5 morning line from the Horacio de Paz barn. Jamie Rodriguez rides the 3 Striker Has Dial. So 6 talented filly and mares sprinting in the $150,000 Endine Stakes. And race 9 will wrap up the stakes action. Race 10 will be the last race on Saturday and Sunday. Race 9, we're going 1 1/8 on the turf for straight 3-year-olds, the $150,000 Kent Stakes. This race attracted a big full field of 12. The morning line favorite is the 8 Geometry from the Jonathan Thomas barn. Nice homebred for Augustin Stables. Jamie Rodriguez will ride that filly. Dale Romans also has a nice Kitten's Joy filly in there. I'm sorry, 3-year-old colt. This is this race to Kent for the boys. Maui Strong is the nice 3-year-old colt by Kitten's Joy for Dale Romans. That horse is 4-1 morning line. So 3 nice stake races for you this Saturday. 10 race card. First race post time starts at 12:55. Same story for Sunday. 10 races, 3 stake races. First race post time on Sunday, 12:55. We hope you can join us for a big weekend of racing. It's Del Cap Festival of Racing 2025 this Saturday and Sunday here at Delaware Park. The handle today a little shy of 2 million, so not bad considering we were off the turf. Good handle today for Thursday. Thanks to all our horsemen, fans, and bettors, and of course thanks to all our horses for putting on a good show on Thursday. Have a great night, everybody, and we hope to see you here on Saturday.